has their own topic about the technopark that's specifically only in the marine product, especially. The different thing between Pak Suyan and Pak Sumadi is the initiator. That Solo Technopark initiated by the local government. That's the major of the Solo. Then the Marine Science Technopark is initiated by the university di Penogoro. So both of them, I think that learn from the because Pak Suryan already went to the other countries basically, but when he go back to Indonesia, that he developed because his technopark can be generalized for all the countries, can be developed the same way, the same step or the same challenge. It could be different way because he mentioned about the facilities also quite different with the Iran. Both of them are mentioned about the social factors in the development of technopark. If we can see the other technopark is mostly to the business and how to accelerate innovations in the ICT or high technology and become the pure business model. But in the case of this technopark, still looking for the problems surrounding the technopark itself. That's why Indonesian government support the technopark is especially to develop the local government in remote areas, especially how become as the place for all working together to increase to strengthen the potential of the region of the local government. So ladies and gentlemen, all the participants of UNESCO WTA training workshop for today, if you have any queries or suggestion or anything, just sir, the other one, two.
Of course, Bhutan is a very small country, and my question is based on the triple helix model. On this, you're talking about the three major players: the university, the government, and the industry. Now, my question is for a country that is developing or a city that is developing, which is not doing very well in terms of economy. I think before this helix model comes into picture, there has to be certain suitable environment, preparedness for these three to come into effect. So if you could please talk a little on the preparedness of a city or a country that is not economically doing very well, so that all preconditions are set and then we can implement the triple helix model. And then the second question is, out of these three major players, the government, the industry, and the university, which player is the most appropriate to initiate the process? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Marine Science Technopark in Jepara. I thought just to add something from my Suryono, my colleague presentation that from my observation, I'm just on duty about 1.5 months, but I've observed that investment is quite tempting in this business, in this SPP business, because Jepara is located in the center of public tourist area. We are like in the middle of resorts, and we have like 3 kilometers beaches, very good beaches, very beautiful beaches. They're very green with a lot of forest. Even the government asked us to give the land for hutan kota instead of putting it as industry. And also there is 52 hectares of land. So it's very, very attractive to investment. From mariculture, even a tourist resort, or even shipyard. Many proposals coming to the university, and we would have to be wise in selecting which investment coming in, because we have to maintain the mission of STP. Even the third mission is in attracting investment, but we have to be wise in putting them to contributing, to participating in overall MSTP mission. That's what the most important lesson learned, because this is a very tempting business. That I myself, coming from private sector, I'm just a new guy in the university. I spent like 24 years as a business or as a private sectors, and from this point of view, it is very interesting to have the lesson learned. And I think it would be better if we can, lesson from this to any STP in the world. That's it. That's for me. Sorry, Pak Suryono. I just coming in because I have just lost my laptop. Thank you.
Oke, terima kasih. Thank you, Pak.
Science and Technology Park, special for Technopark, which initiated by government. To be compared with STP initiated by industry, there is a more flexible how to make cooperation, collaboration, or investment. It is more simple to be compared with Science and Technology Park initiated by government. When you ask me about what is the strengthened component between the synergies about between government, industry, and university. In our Technopark, government play a big role. Because in our university, in 11 Maret or Polytechnic or the other university in Surakarta city, they have already incubator cell. So the result from the research or research prototyping, they want to create new startup cell in their university. Although our Technopark, because our location is close to the university, we hope that somehow part of the research from university to be transferred to our Technopark, that we can develop prototyping or that could be developed as a commercial product. We have 5 collaboration with university and polytechnic. Until now, we have only 7 in the result of research from university that to be delivered to Technopark. Yeah. So I think that is the important thing, that is the free transfer from the university to the Technopark. They need, I think we need special regulation or law from our Minister of Research, Technology and Higher Education. Yeah, it is important for us. Last year I have talked with our minister that I think that we need regulation, that university should deliver part of the research to Technopark, especially owned by government. So that is important thing. Yeah, I think this is my answer to like that.
Well,
the problem is because we do not have success story of STP or of Technopark in Indonesia. That's the main problem, because we still try to developing all Technopark or some Technopark all around this country. And I agree with Dr. J. John Lee this afternoon speaking about collaboration between Technopark or Science Technopark with higher education. It's more simply to coordinate. But the most difficult is how to make an ecosystem that triple helix an actor of triple helix concept, including private sector, business sector, involved in this Science Technopark is a little bit quite difficult. In point of view of my point of view actually, but it's quite difficult because the private sector said that we do not need innovation. We just need how to product in mass production and got benefit and got a lot of money. That's the problem. So that's why in all of Technopark or Science Technopark around this country is got the same or face the same problem, how to make an atmosphere and the concept of triple helix, it will come through in Science Technopark. That is the my point of view actually. Well, I do not agree with my brother. It depends on the regulation. This country is full of regulation actually. In my point of view actually, we got norma and standard procedure of STP and things like that, and then depend on the local champion of each STP, where the people got power and struggle how to maintain, how to move on the STP. Even got a lot of trouble in this atmosphere of each STP is different kind of problem facing. That's my point of view actually. But in case of Marine Science Technopark, I agree with the new director of Marine Science Technopark. We got a lot of potential. I have mentioned. I have 1 and here how struggle with this Marine Science Technopark. A lot of potential. We got ecotourism potential. We got land 52 hectare. We got infrastructure, internet, networking, and so on and so on. But according the local genius of Ideon Science Technopark, Dr. Swenton, the most important thing how to develop Science Technopark, 1 is location, 2 is location, 3 is location. So location is the most important thing as a success factor in developing of Science Technopark or Technopark in developing country like here. In our case, in Marine Science Technopark, we got a little bit problem because we are in the remote area that I have mentioned also in Sweden when I was there, and then also with my boss in Diponegoro University, and also with higher Central Research and Development of Government of Java, and then we still committed that is the best location to developing Marine Science Technopark in Central Java. So that is, we have to follow all this program, all this procedure to developing of Marine Science Marine Science Technopark. Marine Science Technopark is not belong of the Negoro own self, because an initiator of Marine Science Technopark is Central Research and Development of Government of Central Java, involved in as an initiator of developing of Marine Science Technopark. That is my point. Sorry, Pak Cibut. Yeah. All this.
Okay, thank you very much. We have many challenges to face that to develop SDBs. I think is quite this point, because we are involved in this training to share our knowledge from everyone here who has already developed the SDBs, and from the colleagues from Indonesia who maybe 1 or 2 years to develop SDBs. We try to do the best, all of you. That's I think you already get the principles. Now the time for networking with others to support the SDBs. I think the principles about the humanware, hardware, software, anything is already got, but how to implement how to run the SDBs become the successful, like what our government want to get in the couple years in front. So, ladies and gentlemen, all the participants, thank you for your time. I hope this fruitful of the workshop can be the benefit for all of you and for all of us. This is there's I think from universities, students here, from the different agencies also here. So we cover all the different stakeholders here. Then the principle and SDBs, that all stakeholders can be involved and to develop the economic, especially in Indonesia and around the world. Thank you very much for all the speakers from Marine Jepara, from Solo, and from Iran. Thank you to all of you. I hope our colleagues from outside of Indonesia, you can enjoy the time in Indonesia. You can see the culture, the food, the other things that you want to know. Just do it here, yeah. With all. Thank you very much and have a nice time. Good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Let's give some big applause to all the speakers for this and moderators for this eye-opening presentation. Bagi yang ingin berfoto bersama dengan para pembicara dan moderator kita pada hari ini, silahkan mungkin bapak-bapak dan ibu-ibunya bisa untuk ke depan dan kita berpose bersama bersama dengan pembicara dan moderatornya. This is the session.
To increase our capacity in innovation actually at the time. Before everyone had science technology, but Indonesia is already begin since 1976. I think it's just revitalization our thinking about STP. Since 1976 until 1998, that this area is become famous because it is the support area for our strategic industry. We have in the area of Suharto area that this area is support to doing that research and technology for support our strategic industry like airplane. It is very famous that we call the PTTE at the time, and also other transportation. Therefore, we have a lot of testing facilities for the transportation. And until now, if we want to develop our airplane, they should have any testing in our area until now. And our governments already declared that on 2020 17, it will be, we have again our new airplane built in Indonesia, is N219. Hopefully it will be built up in 2017. It's just one example what we do in Puspistech. And also we have also Batan. Batan is nuclear agency. It's also built long time ago, maybe before Korea has very expert in nuclear power. Our colleagues from Korea learn in our facilities. And a lot of our experts from Batan is also doing in our IAEA, Atomic Agency in international. I think our facility here is we have 460 hectares. Around that's our science technology park, and we have 47 center and research facilities here. We covered 3 agencies, research and technology agencies like BPPT, LIPI, and Batan, and one ministry for the environment and forestry for all the testing. I think a lot of our facilities is become worldwide facilities like Asia Pacific facility for testing metrology, and also we have testing for the motorcycle, car, and everything. If you like a science, it's a green, but in here we work almost 6,000 researchers every day this time, and getting growing. Maybe until before 1998, it's very fast growing in our facilities. But since 1998, the crisis coming in our countries, and our strategic industry cut off by EMF, something like that, and it's become idle capacity. But since 2012, our government also realized that our Puspitech should be revitalized, because nothing with our natural resources if we don't have any innovation in the future. Actually, our economic growth growing by our natural resources. The vehicle of our economic growth in Indonesia actually almost by our natural resources. We export all our raw material without any innovation in there. And our government commit in the future we should have, because that our natural resources is limitation in the future for our sustainability. And now our government commit, like mentioned with Professor O and Ray, that we need legislation. We need political support from our government to sustain that our STP. Therefore, since the new government of Indonesia, Bapak Jokowi, our medium planning, they already also initiate to build hundreds science technology park. Maybe Prof said that it's very ambitious. Yes, it is very ambitious for us. But if you know that we have 250 million people in the countries, and we have 5 big islands and 17,532 small islands around, it's, I think our target still maintaining to make our motivation to our community in the social capital to increase our awareness how important our STP in our country to be a vehicle for our economic growth in the future. I think maybe we maintain until 2019 still build, but in the future we want to more an STP like your country is already done. We know that we have a handicap what we are doing with our science and technology. Like from in the morning until in the afternoon, that so many speakers present that all about STP in your country. My opinion is that we are struggle in the other aspect, because in our in Indonesian government, a budget for the research is almost from the public sector, not in the private sector, compared to all your country. It is why STP, your country, is very growing fast in the commercialization of technology. But in our country, it's still in maintained with the government, public government, but very little private sector doing the research to increase innovation. It is our one barrier for the increasing that our capacity and to developing our STP. The second one that we also should learn how we can make a social capital, like mentioned Professor Ray, how we maintain social capital to increase the awareness and to increase that our human resources and mindset, they doing the research to be the innovation. It's very long to go because to changes our culture, become people in the science and technology and innovation is not easy. But I really believe that if we want to struggle it, and we can do it, because actually Indonesia has opportunity to develop and until 230, because we have a bonus demography. Bonus demography means the young productive people in Indonesia almost 60%, and the old ages dependent ratio is very low. If we are not maintain that our human resources until 2030, mean we are very low. But if we can be developed with the technology and innovation, I think we can be one of the big country in the future. I think that's area of our position at Puspitek. 2012 until now, we are, because of our expert from WTA, help us to revitalize our Puspitek with the new master plan. Pak Yoslan and others coming to our countries to help to make it our Puspitek become new STP, and we already also trying to build our capacity and capabilities on our manage that our science technology. But therefore, some we already developed our technology business innovation center. It's also incubate 20 or more our new what we call PPPT, that newborn of the incubator, Ventura and others. And also we, because of that our tropical countries, we also want to strengthen our capacity in research in health. Therefore, we also built the Indonesian Life Sciences Center at the area of business technology. We call it Zona Business Technology. It's zone for the business technology. They consist of the Indonesian Life Sciences Center. This area is for laboratory wing for GLP, good laboratory practice, and good manufacturing practice for the vaccine and other life sciences aspect in the medicine. We also working together with our other partner, and we also invite other company to come in our Puspitek. But maybe if we compare with other STP, we have also facing our regulation is not flexible. If the industry come into our facilities, the government regulation is not easy to come in. Therefore, we want to have the regulations about how the industry can be joined with our STP, and working together to increase our capacity in innovation. Because actually we have so many things here, but because of we are lack of the collaboration between government, industry, and research, also university, we have lack of cooperation in the matter. I think STP is the triple helix or sometimes quadruple helix. We need more collaboration. Easy to say the collaboration and cooperation, but it's difficult to doing it because so many angle and so many mindset and every people there. Therefore, science technology park is the one area to take them all together, the people here, to think about this, the perception of the innovation doing together for our countries. I think that's my highlight for the Puspitek, because you are in Puspitek, but maybe some of you don't know about the Puspitek, no? But with that, our small presentation you can know about. And it is, I'm happy if you want to see around our facilities here. I think so many cooperation among countries in Puspitek, like Germany, Korea, and others, Japan, is already long time ago working together with our facilities in our researcher, and it's open for us working together among that our science technology park in Korea, Japan, and other countries to help each other. I think world is borderless, and we can also make people in the world become a welfare of the state, especially for the world of the people. Thank you very much.
No, if there is no question, I will do the wrap up of this training workshop today. During this training workshop, we have listened to the presentation Professor Paul in the morning, followed by Professor Ri, and then Dr. Haligian from Iran, and two speaker from Indonesia, Engineer Sumadi and Engineer Suryono MSc. I would like to thank to all of these lecturers who have shared their knowledge with us. What we learned from them. First, about what is basic element to develop a science park. So there is a basic element, so everybody know exactly what is it. Now, the question how we will manage the interconnection between all of this. And also with the presentation of Dr. Sri about experience of Puspitek, which is not an isolated experience. I've been seeing this kind of experience everywhere in the world. We see it in Iran, we see it in Malaysia, in Egypt, in Argentina, in Brazil. So there is a kind of accumulation of the research center. Here we have 36 institutes in this Puspitek, developed in the 70s, and then we have universities. At the beginning, the Indonesian government think that this initiative will create an innovation, but innovation is not happen. Why? Government is there, research center is there, university is there, and then in the 80s there is intensive industrialization in this city, but they are not connected each other. All of the element is there. Now our duty is to make the link between productive sector and research institution. So how to do that? We have really concentrate, and we have really understand our system. What they do, the research center, what they need the industry. In fact, the industry in general, in the developing countries, we have the small medium enterprises in the cities. It is the industry with the imported technology. imported machine. So we only know how to operate that. We know only how to use that. But we didn't appropriate the technology. We don't, you know that if we appropriate technology, we know how to at least to repair if there is something wrong in the machine. If there is a spare part broken. So what happens is we still need to contact the provider, the country provider. So that really need for me, I think that we first need to do the research at the same time with technology appropriation, and then we can put the link together. It is theoretically, but we have when we are in the field, the situation is completely different also. And then the Honorable Mayor Irene is here. Just if you need any assistance, Ibu Sri also here. So if you need our assistance to link both of these activities in university, we'll be very, very pleased to help you. And then also for the other countries, Iran, they have the same experience with us, but they just leave this research center, continue to do the research center, and they develop the new science park with a completely different policy. So they are not trying to transform this science center or research center into science park, but they just continue to do research. But in the case of Daedok Innopolis, Daedok Science Town, they are successful in transforming this accumulation research center into one of the biggest science park in the world. So we really need in every country to think about what we have to do with our country, and then we will continue to facilitate the exchange experience among you, among of the people with the similar issues, who bring people has been successful to resolve this kind of problem in the other countries. And once again, I would like to thank to all of speakers, and especially to Dr. Dudi Iskandar has chaired this session during my absence. Thank you very much, Pak Tony. Terima kasih. And then by this wrap up, we close this training workshop. Thank you very much.
And now we are going to present some gifts or souvenirs as a token of appreciation. Since Dr. Amin Reza Khalid is already left,